Jesus freak here. I hear sometimes that you have churches where the pastor seems to be more interested in filling the pews than filling the hearts of those who sit in the pews. They resort to whizbangery, empty feel-good messages, and whatever they can think of. We can smell a fake a mile away. Don't give me that baloney. I want Wardinski's. You see, if I go to a church, I go there to hear the Word of God. I expect to hear the Bible from the pulpit, not the power of positive thinking, not Dianetics. There's a lot in the Bible. You don't need anything else. If someone can get up there, stand behind the pulpit, and preach a scripturally sound message, half an hour, 45 minutes, if they know what they're doing, they don't need anything. They don't need the projector. They don't need to come in rolling in a Rolls Royce to make a point. They don't need gimmicks. Preacher can't preach without gimmicks. Can't preach. If you can't just stand up there with nothing more than this and make your point, I mean, there were preachers in my family and they use notes. That's fine. Not everyone is good at speaking extemporaneously. I'm not good at speaking extemporaneously. That's why I'm not a preacher. Well, among other things. But if you need whiz-bang to send your message, you're not doing it right. And if you have to soften your message because you're afraid people get mad, they're going to get mad! That's the point! If it doesn't tick someone off, you might not be doing the right thing. The reality's simple. We're all ruined. We're all going to hell in a handbasket unless we turn to Christ and ask for his forgiveness, and turn to him and, accept that he's willing to forgive us if we just ask him. That's the message. But people don't want to hear it. They don't want to think about the possibility that they're going to hell in a handbasket. They don't want to hear that we're born corrupt. I hear people in my faith tradition talking about how they think the concept of original sin is one of the worst things ever come up with. You're saying something in the Bible is the worst thing ever come up with? Where are you coming from? But I think it's a side effect, really. We are who we are, yeah. But a big problem that leads to all these others is the devil knows he has a whole bunch of easy marks because we as a society are biblically illiterate. We haven't spent enough time in our lives in the book. Don't worry, this isn't a Jerusalem Bible just because it has a Jerusalem cross on it. It's a KJV. I think a little more time in the KJV would improve a lot of people in a lot of ways. And not just spiritually. But a lot of people are talking like, they think these ideas are terrible ideas. They don't realize that they're biblical ideas. They don't realize they come out of the Bible because they've been taught otherwise and they haven't proven it for themselves. They're like the Thessalonians and not like the Bereans. Don't just take our word for it. Just because there's a meme that, Augustine came up with the idea of original sin. No, he didn't. David was talking about original sin. Paul had a disagreement on everything about Christianity. He didn't think the same way Jesus did. Also wrong. If you've read the book of Romans, you think Paul is at odds with Jesus. I don't know what to tell you. You need to spend more time in the book. Jesus freak out.